The move command is on the modify panel, and it's right there. I rarely pick it from here. I typically use the keyboard shortcut, which is simply M. So I hit an M and an enter, and it prompts me to select objects. And per the previous video, you learned all your different methods of selecting objects. I'm just going to use one object to demonstrate this command rather than a group, and I'm going to pick the object and I'm going to hit enter. You always have to hit enter after finishing the creation of your selection set. And then it prompts me for a base point, and we have a number of different ways to move things. I like to say, we can do a sloppy move or a just get it out of the way type of move by picking any point in the world as a base point and then picking any point in the world as a second point. And we just moved it from that location to that location. Now, we'll rarely do that. We'll typically move it a certain distance. Let's say I want to move this up 2 units. I'll do an M and an enter, pick and hit enter. I'll pick any base point anywhere in the world, doesn't matter. Pick, and I just use my direct distance entry method and just drag it upwards and type in a 2 and hit enter. And we've moved it exactly 2 units up. I panned over a little bit. Let's say I want to move this, for who knows what reason, 37 degrees and 4 units away. I'll do a move and I'll pick any point in the world, and I'll go up here and I will get off of any of our polar tracking angles, and I will type in a number like, what did I say, 4? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. 4. And then I hit the tab key and get into the angle spot, and I'm almost off the screen because the prompt is so long. But I type in 37, and I move that 4 units from where it was at an angle of 37 degrees from where it was. So yes, we can use polar coordinates to move it. We can use just a couple of pick points to move it. We can use direct distance entry to move it. I can also do moves based on object snaps. Let's say I want to move this object so that the peak is right at this end point, and we've moved it so that those points are now coincident. That's pretty much it for all the different ways that we can move an object. Now the cool part is, I'm just going to move it over here a little bit. Now the cool part is that everything we just learned about the move command also applies to the copy command. The only difference is this pentagon is going to stay stuck right where it is, and we'll just end up with a copy of it. Copy is right below move, but I can also use a keyboard shortcut, and the copy command has 2 keyboard shortcuts. It's got CO or CP. I usually use CO, and I hit enter, and I pick the object that I want to copy. I hit enter, and I'll just do a sloppy copy, and I'll copy it from here to there, and I've got a copy and the original, and then it keeps going. I can keep making additional copies, and when I'm all done, all I have to do is hit enter, and I end up with the original plus the 2 copies that I just made. If I wanted these to be, let's say something like I want all these corners to line up, okay, I can do a copy of this object, and I'll grab a hold of it here, and I'll set it down here, and then set it down here, and then I've got a whole pile of coincident pentagons, 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock, if you will. Let's say I wanted a copy of all of these objects, and I want them to be, I don't have any idea. I'll just gauge it as I'm going. I want them to be some room in between here, but I want another row also. I'll do copy, and I'll just do a crossing window to sloppily grab all 3 of those, and I'll pick a point, and then I'll come up here, and it looks like 4 inches will give me clearance, so I'll do 4 and hit enter because I'm locked in vertically. and I end up with that 4. If I wanted them another 4, I can't do 4 again because that copy would end up right on top of itself. So I just have to increment it with doing math in my head. Oh my God. And I'll hit 8 and hit enter, and you get the drift. Okay, so that's your move and copy command, and how to use the different sets of coordinates to implement that.